Hello everyone. On July the 13th, Mars, Mangala, will enter into the sign of Taurus. He'll stay there right up until August 26th, and he will be meeting up with Jupiter, his great friend, bringing enormous amount of optimism, forward planning, doors opening, momentum, startup opportunities. It's all happening for many signs, although we obviously have to discuss the details on the video. If you're new to my channel, of course, don't forget to sub below. The video's good. Give it a thumbs up. Let's go. Let's look at the astrology, everybody. As I say, Mars-Jupiter conjunction is very special. Actually, it's a Yukta yoga. It gives achievement, success, momentum, forward planning. Everybody can begin something new, get something going in their life. That's fantastic. But we have to remember the sign placement, because this will change everything. It changes the whole nature of the Yukta yoga itself. One of the things we need to understand is that Mars is weak when he's in Taurus. How come Mangala is weak in Taurus? Because he's 7 away from his own home of Scorpio. He's in a weak and vulnerable position. He doesn't want to be in the fields with the cows and the bulls, right? He's a warrior. What does he want to be there for? He feels like, what is this place? But don't forget, Jupiter is weak as well. Guru is not happy, Taurus, either. It's just like you've gone somewhere, everyone. Imagine this, where you're not happy, you just don't feel settled. And then you meet a great friend who is equally not happy. Wow, you support each other, help each other, don't you? Suddenly everything gets better. And don't forget, everyone, Jupiter-Mars conjunction only happens every 2 years. We want to make the most of this conjunction wherever it's happening in our life. I'll discuss in a minute different signs, but for everyone, this is the key that must not be forgotten. We need advice. We need to have helpers. If we go in an impulsive way, don't forget, Mars in Taurus gets belligerent. He gets irritated. You know, he's a warrior, as I say. He doesn't want to be in the fields. Taurus with the cows and bulls. He's not happy. He can get irritated. I don't like this situation in my life. I'm going to change it. And he just goes off on an impulse. If he does this, he'll fall flat on his face and just wish he'd taken a bit more time. But if you get advice, Jupiter comes along and tells you, here's the way out of your problem. Let's help each other. Let's cooperate. You make the right job move, the right home move, the right relationship situation comes. Difficulties smooth out, new beginnings become possible. Seeking that guru, seeking advice will make everything fall into place. And there is no afflictions, of course, as I say, so it's a powerful yoga. But the dispositor tells us one thing. Venus has gone into Cancer where he's with Mercury. So it's very good for new business moves. But Mercury's not happy in Cancer. You've got to take those advice. You've got to smooth people's feathers. You've got to bring people with you. It's not a time for independent action without consulting others. So this is the key. We can start something. We can have great things happen in our life, but we have to smooth other people's feathers. We can't just kick off on our own. If we do that, if we take other people with us, consider other people, do things in a cooperative way, you can start virtually anything and have long-term success with this Mangala Jupiter. And another big secret is that the moon is also dispositor here, and the moon has gone into a conjunction with Ketu at the beginning of the transit. Aha! This is some of the deep factor happening here, everybody. The moon and Ketu is putting a line under the past. For some people, somebody comes back from the past and you finally say the things you didn't say before, or you finally leave an unsatisfactory situation. Moon Ketu gives a certain detached emotion. Emotions become detached. Finally, you can make rational decisions about relationship, home, job, that you are not churning up with emotion. That's the other key factor to this transit. So draw a line under the past. Start something new with enthusiasm, momentum, but do it with cooperation. And I promise you, it's going to be fine. Let's go through all the signs, but please remember to use these readings. You must have a Vedic horoscope, Vedic moon and ascendant, definitely. If you're not sure of those positions, check our website, bottom of my description box, Deva Guru, put in your birth data and bring up those markers. Don't use a Western tropical chart. Let's go. For Aries moon and Aries ascendant, Yukta Yoga, you wait for this every 2 years. When your Lord Mangala meets up with Guru Jupiter, the Lord of your ninth house, it's a fortunate new beginning. But please, if you didn't hear the beginning of the video, Aries, you must do. I'm not going to repeat what I've just said. You really, really need to take advice. Jupiter is advisors, because Mangala, when he gets into Taurus, into your second house, though, he makes you feel a little bit stuck, a little bit belligerent about some situation in your life. You're kicking off. I've got to change things. I've got to make things happen. And you can become impulsive, making the wrong move if you don't get the advice and the cooperation I've spoken about at the beginning of the video. So definitely, financial situations, you're going to have to smooth out something here. Family situations, you're going to have to take some advice, some cooperation, and finally, financial things move. You can make yourself more secure. You can start a business, some of you. Once again, only with advisors, partners, helpers is it going to be possible. Mangala is your 8th house lord. When he's with Guru Jupiter, a most fortunate combination for you personally, with the advice, with the cooperation, listening to others, taking their advice really strongly. No matter how you feel inside, you will start a whole new situation in your life, very often connected to foreign shores, Jupiter, to educational opportunities, something completely different, shoring up financial situation. Finally, you can make the move. Investments. Don't forget, Mangala is your 8th house lord. Investments, wills, legacies, it's all going your way. So take the advice, take it slow, take a deep breath, and make the changes you've wanted to make for so long. And by the way, apart from financial factors, don't forget that you're going to get good aspects here connected to children as well, because Mangala is aspecting the 5th house of your chart. Some of you making big changes, starting up family, making changes with your children. It's all going to happen well. Once again, though, take the advice, and then things are finally going to fall into place. The other thing is, some of you have to change your diet. Second house is about diet, so make a big change there. Once again, with advice, it's going to be good. And just the last thing, watch your speech. Mangala is your lord. In the house of speech, he's feeling irritated. Don't forget, Taurus, he's not happy there. Truly not happy. You could lash out. If you can avoid that temptation, it's a great transit. Taurus, moon and ascendant, of course, it's happening in your sign, isn't it? Mangala has come into your first house from the moon, from ascendant, and you're feeling full of energy now. And you will get a lot accomplished during the next few weeks without little doubt at all. But remember one thing. Again, check beginning of the video. Mangala is not happy, and you'll be feeling really belligerent. I mean, you'll be putting those horns, those Taurian horns down now. You'll feel like charging like a bull. Let me sort this situation. What situation? Two things. Mangala is aspecting 4th house. You'll be wanting to sort out domestic situation, home move, domestic changes, repairs. You'll get them all done now. Whatever's been not done, finally, it will be completed. The key for Taurus is to contain the irritation. As I said, Mars is belligerent here. He's feeling irritated. You'll be feeling all of that definitely. So don't argue with the spouse. Mars opposes 7th house. With the business partner, try to cooperate. Mars is your 12th lord. There are hidden undercurrents to this transit. Yes, it's great for getting home improvements done, but with your business concerns, with your financial concerns, take advice before you make any impulsive move. With advice, check beginning of the video. If you didn't hear it, great possibilities are there. And watch your health as well. Mars, Jupiter in your first house, you see they're not happy, either of them. You can have overindulgence food. You can have impulsive eating, compulsive eating. Some of you, I have to tell you all about this. It isn't just super positive for Taurus, but with caution, it's a great profit-making time. It's a time when you finally leave the past behind. check the beginning of the video as I say what I said about leaving the past behind, because your Lord, the moon, is with Ketu as the whole transit begins. Gemini, Moon and Ascendant, Mangala, Jupiter, Yukta Yoga in the 12th house of your chart. Now, this is where a little bit of caution is definitely necessary. Yes, you will very many of you be traveling, be on the move, foreign lands. Yes, it's fantastic. You can meet somebody there who will actually help you long-term, things such as that, even potential partner. Why? Because Guru is the Lord of the 7th house of your chart. It's a great transit for travel, but also study. Students studying now or changing educational situation. It's very, very good. But it's all going to be done behind the scenes, 12th house. Good for occult study as well. Deep mysteries of life opening up. If that's what you want to know about, you can get good progress during the transit. But it's a very important transit for your relationships. Why? Because Guru rules your 7th house, partner, spouse, relationship. And he's gone 6 away. Now, he's going to be there for some time. Check the video on my channel, Jupiter Transit Taurus, for the long-term implications up until May. And Mangala joining Jupiter now sparks off some tension, difficulty, changes in the relationship area. Spouse, partner could be having health problems, having some difficulty. You could be having them too because Mars aspects 6th house. Whatever it is, there's tension, a little bit of irritation happening there. Be careful. Don't say more than you need to say. Don't stir up trouble. Mars aspects 3rd house. You can blurt out things, say things you absolutely wish you hadn't. So cooperate, relationships, business relationships now. Try to be open, not to hide things, even though tendency will be to become secretive. Watch financial planning as well. Mars is your 11th Lord, Gemini, Lord of your gain. And he's gone to 12th house. You could spend more or as much as you gain. So it's a big spending time. But the good news, Mars aspects Jupiter, aspecting 6th house. You can sort out debt. If you take that attitude, curtail expenses, wow, you can take a weight off your shoulder. Some of you may be getting pets coming into your life, or there can be problems with existing domestic animals now health-wise, but they're going to be sorted. In fact, all health issues now, don't neglect them. Sort them out and you will get amazing solutions. So overall, this time, the Yukta Yoga 12th house means plan for the future. It means take a bit of time to yourself, get away from it all, definitely. A little bit of escapism won't harm. The thing is, get advice for the future now without taking too much dramatic action. That's the way forward. For Cancer, Moon and Ascendant, wow, this Yukta Yoga in your 11th house this time is so good for you. You know, Mangala and Jupiter work well for your sign, Moon or Ascendant. Now they are in 11th house of gain. Some of you get promotion. Some of you get achievement. Some of you finally get the thing you've been working for so long. See, Mars is your 10th house Lord. When he's gone into the 11th house, he really works well. Conjunct Jupiter, opportunities come. Sometimes unexpected, sometimes expected, but doors open. Where there was a brick wall for you career-wise, now it's all happening. So interviews go very well. But you see, what this is really all about is getting advice. Advice of other people, colleagues, work colleagues, network circles. They all support you. They all point you in the absolute right direction. If you're having children now, this couldn't be better. Mars, Jupiter aspect 5th house. Mars, Jupiter together is actually about childbirth. But male or female, starting family now, it's fantastic. Starting a new education course, finding the right course for yourself, it's definitely going to happen. Those of you business people, it's a fantastic startup factor. You can start up a whole new enterprise. Once again, very often, partnerships are especially favoured. If you've had workplace stress, tension, suddenly it's going to be relieved. Something changes in the whole workplace situation, easing up a much more workable situation for many of you. Go for these opportunities now. This is a time to definitely push out the boat. Now, I said beginning of the video, it's about advice. It's definitely here because Jupiter rules advisors in the 11th house. Suddenly you find something out that makes it very clear where the opportunities are. So get out there, mingle, meet people, social life favorable, younger people, even romantic opportunities occasionally may be there. But the main thing is people who you meet now, friendships, network circles, are going to be on your side for a long time to come. Leo Moon, Leo Ascendant, Mangala is a yoga karaka, brings you to greatness. Now he's in the 10th house. Promotion, success, definitely. One thing for sure, you're going to take on a lot during this time. He's with Jupiter, who is your 5th house lord of fortune. So this is the time when you will be challenging people. Definitely it's about challenge. Mars 10th house, can be a little bit uppity. You can have challenges with your superiors, run-ins, all sorts of confrontations, but probably you're definitely ready for this. You're going to be changing your home situation without doubt. Mangala, Jupiter aspect 4th house. Some of you sell property, gain property, vehicles as well, cars. Excellent changes will be made. You want to change your whole life, really, because Mars, Jupiter is in this Kendra house. Every 2 years, Mangala, Jupiter conjunct Yukta Yoga. Now, it's in such a prominent part of your chart. This is a whole new beginning. You're going to be saying it like it is, definitely. Mars aspects 4th house. You could upset some people. You're going to be forthright. You're not going to be holding back with your opinions at all during the whole of this Mangala transit. The Mangala aspects 8th aspect 5th house. Some of you give up education course, change education situation completely. You just want to do something different, and now is the time. A little bit of caution though, don't overextend yourself. This Mangala Jupiter 10th house, because neither Jupiter nor Mangala are happy, check the beginning of the video. Make sure that you take other people with you. If you get promotion, new situation develops work-wise, business-wise, excellent, but take other people with you. Don't just push ahead blindly. Cooperation gives the smoothest road ahead. For Virgo, Moon and Ascendant, it's time to put your plans for the future into action. You've been thinking about these changes for a long time. Now you're going to finally make them. Jupiter in your 9th house is about future planning, future hope, big ambitions, and Mangala is conjuncting now. There's no more time to lose. There's big domestic changes happening, all Virgo, Moon and Ascendant. Mangala aspects 4th house, 12th house, even foreign land relocation, some of you, but property concerns, moving, changing, buying, selling, renting, whatever it is, things are moving on. You are definitely making domestic changes now. You've actually put on the back burner for some time. Another special thing, Mars, Jupiter together is about having children, childbirth. Female chart, this is really, really momentous. Mars, Jupiter, 9th house could be conception, pregnancy, many charts. If you are having a child, it's a good omen. And actually, it's really good for settling matters with children. As I say, it's about future planning. It's a big time for students. Changing the course, new educational opportunities definitely abound during this time. 9th house is about higher education. And some of you, religion, philosophy, it's really big. What do you believe in? What do you want to commit to? This becomes hugely important. And legal matters can become a little bit intense, but settled as well. Mars, Jupiter, 9th house though. This is the house of advisors consultation. Check beginning of the video. This whole Yukta Yoga Taurus only works when we seek advice. So all of these big changes, get advice and you're definitely on the right track. But of course, Guru, Jupiter, is your seventh lord. Some of you marry, some of you commit in relationships. Now, it's going to mean big changes, doing something completely different, but once again, this is favorable. For Libra, Moon and Ascendant, the Yukta Yoga, Mars-Jupiter conjunction is happening in the 8th house of your chart. Now, Mars likes to be here. He gets power, actually, 8th house, but he doesn't like to be in Taurus. There's a big conflicting situation happening, and this is important to understand. Check the beginning of the video if you didn't hear that. Added to that, Mangala rules your 7th, 2nd house. He has a difficult aspect for Libra, ruled by Venus. So now he's in this 8th house position. He's feeling a bit belligerent, agitated. This means spouse, partners feeling a bit agitated, belligerent, and you're feeling result of this. Fortunately, Jupiter conjunct. So there's going to be resolution, but a few uppity moments relationship-wise, many of you. But the good news, Librans like to cooperate. So spouse, partners on a whole new journey. If the relationship is sound, you can transform the relationship, start afresh. It's a good thing. If the relationship isn't solid, there's going to be some uppity conflicts happening. One thing it's great for research students, anybody studying, researching, undercover work even, finding out secrets, you're going to get a lot of knowledge. You're going to find out things you didn't know in some area of your life. Definitely. Students particularly gain here because Mangala loves to research here. Jupiter is wisdom. So wisdom, knowledge is coming in unexpected ways. Many Librans, and definitely financially. It's the time to make big transformations. Now, depending on your whole chart, you're in a bit of a risk-taking mood financially. Some of you want to make big investments future-wise. Could be stock markets, savings even, long-term prospects. Take advice. Don't do anything risky without advice. Guru is your 6th house lord. He rules debt. Debt can be removed now. Far better now to commit yourself to sorting out existing financial debts, obligations. I sound really preachy, sorry about that, but that's what Mars, Jupiter, 8th house is really, really favorable for. Business people, it can be profitable. Once again, business partnership, particularly cooperate, it's good because Mangala aspects 11th house profit. But you've got to cooperate. You can't insist on your way forward. Friendship networks, interesting factors. Check beginning of the video. People from your past coming back even, some of you. Mangala 8th house brings secret information. They may have information for you, stories for you, things that you need to know to draw a line under the past. The 8th house means leave the past behind. So relationship transformation, business transformation, financial transformation, it's all on the cards. For Scorpio, Moon and Ascendant, your Lord Mars is in a Yukta Yoga with Guru. This is wonderful, but it's in the 7th house. It's all about other people taking control, but actually meeting people halfway, it's fantastic. Although your Lord is weak, in a very weakened position, sign and house, if you cooperate, opportunities are good. If you get into contention with your spouse, partner, business partner, virtually anybody, it's not going to work so well. What does this mean? You guessed. You've got to cooperate. You've got to cooperate with others. Listen to others. Take their advice. Then the most amazing business opportunities, even relationship opportunities, some of you, come your way. Now, in established relationships, Guru is your 5th lord, children. Conjuncting your lord in the 7th house, there can be quarrels about children, difficulties with your spouse in regard to children matters. Watch out for this and don't take it to the edge. Listen to what others have to say. Then you will calm down and make the best of this situation. fighting with the spouse, quarreling, contention. It's all going to get out of hand and cause you stress. Don't let that happen. This is a potentially good conjunction for agreement with your spouse. Actually, that's the way to look at it. And the contention could be in the workplace. Mangala aspects 10th house. You want to make changes work-wise, but you feel a bit frustrated. Pace yourself. Don't get into contention. Workplace, that isn't going to help either. But the good news is that Mangala aspects 2nd house. You can make good financial business moves because other people give you tips, help you to make the best of the opportunities. You generally have to go with the flow of what other people offer you now. You don't like this at all. It feels frustrating, but golden opportunities can be there. It's up to you to actually take them when they are offered. And finally, don't forget Mars-Jupiter aspect Ascendant. It's about not getting impulsive with your health. 7th house is consultation. You can find the most amazing health consultation now. You can finally get information that turns around health matters completely. Why? Because Mangala is your 6th house lord. This is really favorable. Sagittarius, Moon and Ascendant. Wow, this is going to be quite a momentous few weeks for you. Mangala in the 6th house is generally good, but he's in Taurus for you. Weakened position, check beginning of the video, but he's conjuncting your Lord, Guru Jupiter. You're going to be taking on a fight. You're going to be taking it to the people. You're going to be definitely fighting for your corner during this time without any doubt at all. So the workplace colleague situation becomes really stressed. You can actually sort things out though by being completely honest, clear with other people, which you normally are. Expect though that you will have to make compromises to resolve these difficult workplace stresses. Make the compromise, then you can definitely move on. So you can win in legal cases, win in workplace stress situations, but it isn't an easy win. It's a stressful one. How do I know that? Because Mars is your 12th house lord here with your lord. So you become a bit fearful, anxious, phobic. You're feeling on edge really through the whole of the transit. Even though things are resolving, there is this inner anxiety. Of course, the way forward is to get advice, take advice, good advice, and follow it. But the trouble is, Mangala here, you'll be quarreling with your teachers, advisors, whether it's financial advice, education advice, workplace advice, even medical advice. You'll be saying, no, I want to do it this way, and that's creating tension. So you're definitely coming out fighting, all blazing really, Sagittarius, in this Mangala-Jupiter conjunction. But what you've really got to do is, as I say, let other people advise you and take that good advice, particularly medically, work-wise, colleague situation, definitely even pets, by the way. Mars-Jupiter, 6th house, pets could be having issues. Take advice, solve them. Really, what's happening is something which has been causing you anxiety, worry, sleepless nights even, is going to be resolved. But you're not going to resolve it. Other people are going to help you. Take that help. Everything will be good. Now, Mangala conjunct Jupiter is a great yoga, Yukta yoga, but Capricorns have to be cautious with it always. Why? Because Jupiter is your 12th house lord, loss, and Mars is an enemy to your lord Saturn. So, 5th house, speculation, risk-taking, going over the top, avoid it. It isn't going to work, even if it seems it is. A little bit of caution will serve you well. So financially, don't get taken in by get-rich-quick schemes or anything such as that. You could regret it. I'm just telling you to be cautious. That's all. But no need for caution with your children. If you've got children, you're going to resolve long-standing issues with them, sort it out. And definitely it's very good, children. Expanding family, childbirth, sometimes new family, definitely. It's about the future. Fifth house is about future potential. Mars, Jupiter, it's about securing your future and children's future. So new opportunities here, expansion of your family, and definitely children issues can become resolved. For students, those of you on any educational course at all, whatever your age, this is fantastic. Jupiter, Mars conjunction, fifth house, everything finally falls into place. You can start a whole new educational course now. Enroll in a whole new educational future. It's wonderful. You're on the right course, doing something which secures future possibilities, most definitely. You might find inspiring teacher, lecturer, guru, even some of you are definitely becoming inspired for your future with this Jupiter Mangala conjunction. It's good financially though for extra work situation, definitely good. Maybe another secondary job, something, or even shifting current work situation, because Jupiter and Mars aspect 11th house. Work colleagues, though, there could be a bit of stresses with them, but ultimately they can be good for you, opening up opportunities, pointing you in the right direction. So workplace opportunities are shifting. Go with these. It's definitely good for you long term. On another level, Capricorn, Mars and Jupiter are in a Yukta Yoga in the house of romance. You're going to be thinking about making this relationship permanent now. You're thinking about the future. You want things to become long-term successful, not just temporary. But Mangala could give quarrels, could give contention. Meet people halfway. Listen to what they've got to say. It's going to be good. So big relationship changes could be happening, some of you. But if you're seeking romantic opportunities, Mars, Jupiter gives sudden, quick attractions. Well, Jupiter is 12th house lord, traveling, foreign land potentially, or to someone from far distant places. Even the internet could be source of romantic opportunities. Some of you join the transit because the 12th house is all about that. Aquarius, Moon and Ascendant. Wow, it's all happening in your domestic situation, isn't it? Mangala is landed interest. 4th house, buying property, selling it, renovating, changing it. You're going to do something to have a big upheaval in the domestic situation. You simply are becoming impatient with the way things are. Mars, Jupiter gives you opportunity. That's the thing. So make the move. Make the change, but again, check beginning of the video, seek advice. Don't just jump from the frying pan into the fire. Don't forget, Mars is always contentious. 4th house. Quarrels about domestic situation are very likely to erupt. Don't let it happen. Cooperate. Listen to others. Make those really big changes. And relationship problems come up because Mangala aspects 7th house. You're trying to control the spouse. You're trying to make the spouse partner go your direction. But they want to help you. They want to cooperate because Mangala Jupiter is so favorable. You don't have to be so forceful. Just let things flow. Changes will be good. And your work situation's changing too. Some of you, because of Mars Jupiter aspect towards 10th house, go back into the office again, or workplace. Stop working from home so much if you've been doing that, or you decide, no, I'm going to work from home more now. Some change happening in your work-home balance will be long-term extremely favorable. And because Jupiter is your 2nd house lord, some of you invest in property, landed interest. That can also happen. Either way, for everybody, it's about profit coming long term from these domestic changes. No time to put them off anymore. Pisces, Moon and Ascendant. Jupiter's your Lord. He's going to conjunct with Mangala in this great conjunction, Yukta Yoga. But it's happening in the 3rd house, and this becomes a bit tricky. Check the video on my channel, Jupiter Transit Taurus, up until May next year, because Jupiter's weakened here. So you have the potential to get yourself into sticky situations with your communication. And now that Mars is here, it's doubling up. So be cautious. On the other hand, there's a potential for cooperation. I've spoken about that beginning of the video. Check it out. You're going to get good advice. Someone's going to give you a tip. Someone's going to show you the way to make things work for yourself. But will you listen? That's a problem. Mangala, when he's in this 3rd house here, becomes very oppositional, very direct. And as I say, that's not going to serve you in this Jupiter conjunction. So what should you do? Listen to the advice and act on it. Don't quarrel. Don't argue. You're going to get good advice, maybe from your father, teachers, lecturers, gurus even. Somebody's giving you good advice, something that you read here on the internet even. It's good advice. Listen to it. And siblings, particularly brothers, by the way, sometimes Mangala represents them, can be there for you, helping you, cooperating with you. So cooperate. Meet everybody halfway, and it's definitely beneficial. And if you are in any skill-based training, it's fantastic. If you need to learn a new skill, enroll on a course now, long-term potential, fantastic again. So interviews as well. If you don't quarrel with the interviewer, if you don't become contentious in the interview, stay calm, there is good success. Don't forget, 3rd house is actually called Guru Upadesha house, where you get the advice of the guru's wisdom, whether it's teachers, lecturers, financial advice, even sometimes legal advice, materially speaking, or divine spiritual advice. You're going to get some of that during this transit. Contemplate it, think about it, and stay calm. The trouble is, of course, if Mangala Jupiter 3rd house makes you restless, physically you can't keep still. Mentally your mind is whirling. Calm it all down. Meditation helps. And students are particularly restless. There's so much information coming your way now that actually learning becomes accelerated. But you're full of doubt. Are you on the right course? Should you change? Do I have to say it again? Yes, you need advice about it. But definitely, you are learning so much, picking up so much information. For many of you, it's a good thing. If you've got legalities going on, don't forget 9th house, Mars, Jupiter aspects. You're going to win. You're going to get favorable result. But once again, it's about cooperation halfway. You can't expect everything to go your way when Lord is 3rd house. Jupiter is in 3rd house. But Mangala is going to inspire quick resolution of legalities, legal problems, many of you during the transit. If you've got interviews, you can be successful in them because Mars gives interview success here. But you see, Jupiter is your Lord in a weakened place. So you may get the job, but then think maybe it's not what you wanted long term. That's okay though. It's still moving forward and you need to do that. You're not happy in your present workplace situation. How do I know? Because Guru is your 10th house Lord in this dissatisfied situation, 3rd house. And finally, if you are writer, blogger, journalist in any communication industry, wow, you're going to be on a mega high. You're going to be doing so much work, it's unbelievable. Whether you're going to use all of it, that's another thing. But you've got so much energy now. Use it positively. Just don't quarrel with the neighbors or the work colleagues or anybody. Keep your opinions to yourself and it's going to be good. Check out all the other major transits happening up on your screen right now. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. Goodbye for now. God bless everyone.